With this. I think I might actually. We'll see. I was held hostage in a Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail dungeon as a Dark. Okay, as a Dark Knight. Okay, yeah. So he's playing Dark Knight.
Okay,
obviously,
so
because they're fucking weak.
I was leveling Dark Knight. Now, I redacted this just because I don't want any ass-hurt person to say that I'm, like, flaming them or whatever. So I'm just going to tell you the story. So I'm leveling Dark Knight. I don't even have the chat open. I'm just chilling in Discord, and I'm just running through the dungeon, right? Like we just do a poll. I die, like, 3 times, man. I'm not even kidding. On the first...
Bro, are you serious? Your healer and the other DPS is in the cutscene. Die on your own. I ain't doing shit. I'm not helping in this... Sorry, I'm not helping in any way because of your attitude. No, I'm not participating because you legit ran it without the healer. Abandoned duty? Wait. Is he even talking here? Because I'd assume that he wouldn't redact his own name? He's not even talking here, right?
First poll, dead. Second poll, dead. Third poll, dead. I'm not even kidding. And I don't say anything. Okay, I don't say anything in the entire dungeon. But in Discord, I'm like, man, this... In Discord, I'm a little mad. Well, not mad, but I'm annoyed, right? So then we get to the final boss, and I just go. You know what I mean? I just go. And of course, someone is in the cutscene, okay? Now, I'm going to say this right now. If you are wanting to watch the cutscene in a dungeon, then you need to do the trust. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I disagree. I kind of disagree, but I don't think you as the tank have to wait for them. Is all. I don't think you should have to wait. Because if you want to fucking speedrun that shit, hey, be my guest. You should. You should be able to. It's an MMO. I don't think the trust system is good enough for that to be like a good solution, though. But I don't think people should be butthurt by someone pulling the boss early or whatever. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
That bullshit.
So I agree with him in a sense, but I don't agree with trust.
They do not have to adhere to your bullshit, okay? That is why they put the trust in the game. So if you want to watch the story and take your time...
I don't think that is why they put the trust in the game, right? Didn't they put the trust in the game because it's faster queue for non-tanks and non-healers? I don't know. I've only been playing the game for fucking 6 months. Who the fuck am I?
Trust.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't fucking queue in and expect people to just adhere to you. That's stupid. I'm just gonna go, bro.
I'll take Baldo through the shadows livid.
That reason. Anyway, so of course someone's in the cutscene and I don't notice, right? Because I'm on autopilot.
Am I an asshole for agreeing with him on this though? Like, I kind of agree. I don't agree with the trust system, but I agree. If he wants to pull, fucking let him pull. And so people who wants to just do the story can do it solo. Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, okay. Maybe he's not wrong though. Maybe he's not wrong. Because if that is the reason, you don't need to be an adherent to people's bullshit. It's true. Yeah, right? You don't have to adhere at all. Like, you could do your own shit. Like, if you want to pull, then pull. I think if the healer then acts like this, you serious? Blah, 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 blah. I think they're in the wrong. Because I don't think it's inherently bad pulling. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I pull.
I agree with him.
The guy's like, bruh, you serious? Your healer and other DPS were in the cutscene. Now I don't actually care if I die. Like, if I pull and they're in the cutscene and I die, then that's on me. But then they were like, die on your own. So I was like, and keep in mind, I'm not looking at the chat. Okay,
that is
and then
funny.
This guy's like,
they're fucking mad.
Shit, I am not helping.
They're so mad
because of your attitude. I haven't said anything. The entire
I was thinking,
fucking.
I'm not helping because of the way, because of your attitude. Like, he's not even saying anything. So why is this even happening?
time. And then the guy's like, no, I'm not participating because of you, because I do a ready check, right? And then the guy's like, you legit ran in without the
Like
healer.
his specific
And at
example,
this
sure,
point
he's
is
fine,
when
yeah.
I check the chat. I'm like, what the fuck? Like when I see the ready check's only 3 out of 4 or whatever, I'm like, what the fuck? So then I check it and I'm like, what is going on? They vote to abandon. Okay, we're at the last boss, by the way. And they're like, abandon duty.
Oh,
We will
really?
do
Oh,
this
yeah,
with
yeah,
you,
yeah. Obviously,
more
because
cooperative
cinematic.
people. Like, we were at the last boss. They didn't kick me. No, that's the thing. They didn't kick me. If they were to just kick, like, okay, here's the thing. Whenever I go into like a pug or anything like that,
Yeah, that's fine. Just kick him.
The worst. If as a group they were like, no, fuck this guy, we want to watch the cutscene, then that's 3 against 1. Then I just have to get kicked. That's it. Like I'm not gonna hold it personal or anything, right? But I didn't say anything.
No, but you might get pissed in a moment.
Entire dungeon. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Like I didn't even have my chat up throughout the entire dungeon until I saw
Good
the
morning,
vote
Mama
abandoned or
Nico.
whatever. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? So I saw the vote abandoned. Then I did a ready check. I'm like, what? So then I check it. And then like the healer's like, no, I'm not going to pull. And I was so annoyed. And
I wonder if he's getting hit by the whole like healer strike. He must, right?
Let me tell you why I was annoyed.
Maybe.
I was not annoyed at this healer. I want to be perfectly clear. I was not annoyed at this healer. I was not annoyed at the party. They didn't do anything. I mean, they were, okay, how do I want to word it? They were just cunty. If it's 3 versus 1, then that's fine. Just kick me or, you know, whatever. That's fine. You know, I'll just queue up again. You know, it's whatever. What I was mad about was how fucking much Dark Knight sucks ass in dungeons, dude.
True.
Dark Knight it is at the bottom.
This is so true. By the way, Dark is so ass in dungeons. Like, oh, as soon as you pull something, you fucking you're in danger. Like every time. It's it does not feel good.
Barrel. It is so trash. Like its damage is not any higher, and it just fucking dies to everything, man.
True.
If the healer dies, you die.
Yep.
Dark Knight
Agreed.
is beyond bad in dungeons. Like it's beyond bad.
Dude,
now I know people.
I agree
are like,
with this
"Oh, but
video.
It's just a dungeon, boo boo he boo. Even in a dungeon, Dark Knight should not be that bad.
True.
Every other tank can solo every boss in a
Absolutely
dungeon. But can
true.
Dark Knight?
I mean,
Absolutely not. Dark
Xenos
Knight
knows.
just sits there and gets fucked
Xenos,
up because
right?
it sucks, because it's trash. It's so bad, and no one can argue that. That's a fact. No, it's not the problem that Warrior is so fucking good. No, that's not the problem. You can solo bosses on gun.
I mean, I think that is the reason though, because if, yeah, he's right. Warrior isn't that good. Like Warrior is good. They're very fucking good at dungeons and big pulls and everything, right? But yeah, no, he's right. He's right.
You can
Absolutely
solo
right.
bosses on Paladin.
Yep.
You cannot
True.
solo a boss on Dark Knight. Not from 100%. Maybe like if it's at 5% or some shit, dude. The only bosses you can solo are the ones that don't fucking auto attack you, man. Okay?
Fucking
Dark Knight
sound
is
cues.
miserable in dungeons, man. And there's no reason that it needs to be that bad, man. Like, Dark Knight should be able to take care of itself. If the other
True.
tanks can take care of themselves, why can't Dark Knight? Did you guys know that Dark Knight back in the day, it used to have...
Like he's saying the same things that I've been complaining about the past couple of days when I was leveling my Dark Knight. Like, it's so fucking funny. Dark Knight feels like absolute dog shit. Like it doesn't feel bad when you're fighting or anything anymore. Like it feels way better in like the boss scenario when you're fighting and everything. To me, it's less bloated. However, it just feels weak. You can't do shit. Like you can't survive on your own.
Self-sustain than Warrior does right now. Did you guys know that? You had this ability called Dark Arts. So basically, Dark Arts would buff certain abilities. And back in the day, you know the skill Abyssal Drain? Well, that was a GCD, and you could spam it. And when you cast Dark Arts and then you Abyssal Drain, you
sucks so much. Yeah, it does.
For 100% of the damage dealt. It was badass.
Wait, what
and then
the
they
fuck?
took that away.
Dark Art?
And then now it's
That
just
sounds
this
awesome.
husk of a job that it is. It's just fucking awful, miserable pile of shit that it is now. Dark Knight was so much better back in the day.
Mhm.
Anyway, while these players were like petty, I wasn't actually mad at them. I was pissed because Dark Knight sucks so much. What happened? We vote abandoned.
That's so fucking funny. Wait,
We're at
did
the
they
last
abandon?
boss. Instead of just killing the boss, they wanted to vote abandon. And I'm just like, bruh. Keep in mind, I didn't say anything the entire dungeon. No. They were not fine. No. I don't have to let people watch the cutscene.
True.
No.
I agree.
Absolutely do not.
I
If
absolutely
you want to
agree.
do that, then you do the trust. End of discussion. That's a full stop. Whenever you play with other people, you have to expect that they are not going to play the way you want to play.
True.
No. You
I
can
agree.
yell take me all fucking day, man. But if I'm in a dungeon with you, I am going full speed all the way. Fuck your cutscene, man.
No, listen,
Okay?
the
If you
difference
wanna watch
between
the
me and him here is that I actually wait, but I agree with him. I don't have to wait. But I do because I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry, but I agree with him here. Yeah, no, I
cutscene,
agree.
You do the trust. No, it's not rude. It's rude for you to expect me to want to watch the cutscene. It would be different if there weren't trust in the game. If there were trust
Go do the trust.
not in the game.
Yeah,
then it
I
would
don't
be
agree with
more of
that
like a
either.
courtesy type of thing.
Go do trust.
Okay, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I just don't think the healers or the DPS or whatever should be entitled to have to watch the cinematics or whatever, right? I mean, they can watch them, but if the tanks then pull, just live with it or play the tank yourself. Now that is a take. Everyone should just play tank. Boom.
Fuck if it's day one, man. You know what I do? Whenever I want to just go through the story, I use the trust. You are not going to convince me that I have to let people watch the cutscene. Absolutely not. If you want to watch the cutscene, do the trust. That's it. That's full stop on that shit.
And if the tank pulls and dies, it's on them. Absolutely. I agree. I think I agree to disagree. I mean, yeah, sure, but you're the healer as well, right? No, I mean, I see both points, right? It's an MMO after all. Not to you. No, but to me, right? They don't agree with me.
Whenever you play with other people, you have to expect that people are not going to play your way. Just like me, if we got to the end of the dungeon and they wanted to kick me because I just went in, then I have to accept that. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to personally be upset at them.
No.
But at the same time, I'm not going to just sit there and wait. If you want to do that shit, then you do the trust. That's why the trusts are in the game, man. If you want a single player experience, then you do the trust. That's it. That's it.
I disagree with trust.
You may not like that, but that's how it is.
But I agree with him.
My argument applies to me. That is literally why I said
on everything
that
else.
If I just go, I'm not going to get upset if they want to kick me. Like, are you guys not listening to me? Some of you are just so close-minded and such pussy mentality, man. No, let them watch the cutscene. No, everyone deserves to watch the cutscene. Dude, they literally put a system in the game to where if you want to do that on your own, you can.
He's not
How
wrong.
can some of you even say to not use the trust? Sometimes I'll use the trust even if I'm just blasting because the trusts are better than some players. If you want to do a single player experience, then you do that. That's literally why it's there. You guys can agree with me or not agree with me. It doesn't matter because it's fact. They've literally said this too. If you want a single player experience, do the fucking trust. My point is do not expect everything to go your way unless you use the trust.
Cutscenes equals single player experience. What? No.
Wrong expectations, man.
Is that what he's saying? Maybe. I mean, sure, yeah, maybe. I see where he's coming from. Like, I agree. I agree with 99% of the video. I just don't agree with the whole trust system thing. I mean, I sort of do at the same time because if you want to do it in your own pace, then you just fucking do trust. Yeah. That's a tough one. I mean, this community is so fucking different than to WoW. Like in WoW, there's no stop. Full speed ahead. Boom, boom, boom. Everything is just fucking boom, boom, boom. If you waste a second, then you're fucking lost. So maybe it's just because I have WoW brain that I agree with this. But I think everyone who plays this game knows that the story is important. I mean, the story is only important if you want it to be important. If you don't care about the story, then it's not important. Some people only play the game for like PvE experience, right? Like they only play the raids. I do agree with you have to go with the group. Some people don't even do the story. Some people only RP. Some people, you know, like it's it's an MMO. Just because some people think you should be able to watch the cutscenes doesn't mean everyone does. So I think he's not, just because you think it's right to wait for the cutscenes and cutscene enjoyers, I do. Like there's probably as many, I mean, there's probably a lot of people that agree with Xeno, or not agree with him, but you know, I don't fucking know, man. Just because you disagree with his take doesn't mean he's wrong. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's just two sides of the same coin, sort of. Like, you play the game differently. It's all.
Whenever we do the story on
I
stream,
know, I've seen you.
I don't even
I
entertain the idea of going in with random people. Because if I'm going to do the story on stream, I'm going to obviously watch all the cutscenes in a dungeon. So I'm going to use the trust. The only way that I'm not going to use the trust is if you guys go with me. But you guys already know, like, it's like basically it's a shared mentality going in that I'm going to watch all the cutscenes. And honestly, if you guys just pull the fucking boss, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to care. I don't care. Just get the fucking dungeon over with. But I typically will use the trust because it creates a better atmosphere for the story, right? Because you're using characters that are in the story. So if I'm going to watch all the story, then I think
I've just seen enough of these egotistical guys that have less patience. I mean, yeah. But I don't, if that's the way they want to play the game, they should be allowed to play the game that way. And if they die on the boss, if they pulled earlier or whatever, right, that's on them. Like, he even says that. Like I said, everything he says is fine except trust mentality. Yeah, I agree. Trust is just a bad system. Like, the trust system itself is not bad, right? It's just the NPCs in the dungeon, they're bad. It's water to skip cutscene, everybody needs to press space, right? Yeah. And then there's veteran mode, story mode, there's a common sense. If you do veteran mode, party skip, yeah. If you want the cutscene, run story mode solo. I mean, I think we had a conversation about this in like, I mean, this is a whole other take. Yeah, no. But I think if everyone skips, then it should be able to skip. But I also, that system is also clunky because if you've seen the cinematic before, you shouldn't be able, like, you shouldn't have to see it again and then have someone just grief the group and, you know, I don't know.
Use the trust. Like, I like the trust. So it never even enters my mind that, oh, I want to watch the cutscenes. I better queue up. Who the fuck does that? I want to watch the cutscenes, so let me queue up with random idiots? What is wrong with you guys? Normal people?
I mean, I'm the tank, so I can do it.
No. Let me ask you guys a question.
You pull?
Why don't you use the trust?
I don't care if you
guys
pull.
are severely over-exaggerating how slow trusts are. Like, I feel like there's this huge misconception where the trust, you take like an hour. And that's not even true. And also, dude, the trust
rarely... that's not true. I mean, you're right. It doesn't take an hour, but it takes fucking 40 minutes. I tried this like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago on Gunbreaker, level 71 dungeon. Dude, goddamn, that took fucking forever. 37 minutes or something, I think. Oh my god, that was so slow.
Fucking wipe, like rarely. I have never wiped on like using the trust. I've done the trust without think. Some of you in chat are severely over-exaggerating.
Actually never died either.
The trusts are better than some players. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's sad to hear, but it's true. The thing is, if you go in a pug, you have to expect that things are not going to go your way. Just like with this example, right? So I'm just going to play how I play, and if they don't like it, that's fine. That's totally fine. They have the right to kick me. They have the right to like if it's outnumbered 3 against 1, then I get kicked and I queue up again. But my point is expecting players to warp the way they play to fit your needs is idiotic. Little bald bitch attitude. Little bald bitch attitude. So either they help you or they can ignore you.
Dude, his shit is fucking funny.
Basically forcing them to. No, because I can make that argument too. They're wasting my time by watching the cutscene. There's a clash. They want to do something one way. I want to do something another way. How
Sure.
you resolve that clash depends on the group. They can either kick me, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to hold it personal. Or they can just go in there and do it. If two people watching the cutscene, okay, the thing is, it doesn't matter. You're missing the point here. It doesn't matter if I'm outnumbered. What matters is those players having the mentality that everybody should do that. Like, that is the problem.
Good morning,
That's
Theo.
the issue. When there is a system in the game that literally allows you to do that. Why don't I play Trust, though? No, I do play Trust. But I couldn't do the Trust again. Because you can only do the Trust once, right? Like, through the story. You have to, like, level up your Trust, right? Or did they change that? Oh, I could do it again. Duty support is unlimited. We're going to stop talking about this, man, because
But
some of you in chat
don't you have to level them?
really stupid. Okay, so we're just going to leave it at this, man. All right. I didn't
Because
know they
my
changed it.
characters are
Okay,
only
so that
like
was my
71,
mistake. Because
like
trust
this.
me, if I would have known that they would have
Trust
changed
me.
it, I would not have fucking queued in as Dark Knight on a pug dungeon. Dude, that was the most miserable pile of shit ever. So that's my mistake. But my point still
I don't
stands.
know, I think.
Actually, my point is strengthened now because I learned that you can do this. If I would have known you can do this, then I wouldn't have ever queued in. I just would have went in with the fucking trust, man. If you want to play your way, then you need to use the trust. That's my point. If you want to play your way and only your way.
Like, I partially agree with this. Like, mostly I do agree. I don't think anything he's saying is kind of, like, controversial. Actually. Because if you hold people... Like... If you're mad at people are playing the game that you don't want to, like the way you don't want to play it, or yeah, if they're skipping shit for you, right? Yeah. To avoid that, you can use run trust. I just don't care. So, like, if people, I don't know, whatever. Good video. I don't see the I don't see this as controversial. I don't. I don't agree with this. Like, people are mad about this. What are people saying? Yeah, he's still bald in this video. Okay, cool. Yeah. Good. The amount of time Cena spent justifying that he doesn't wait for cutscenes in this video already more than the amount of time he would have spent waiting for the people to watch the cutscenes during his time playing Final Fantasy. That's not true. But I see his point. Like this comment if you think Xeno has an L take in this video. No, I don't think that's an L take. I think he's right, and I think the players that disagree with this is kind of wrong. Like, I think both are right. It's a hard one, man. It's just different mentalities. That's just what it is.